The name Steinway and Sons stands for tradition, innovation, and perfection. And these are only some of the features that make the brand so successful. This also explains why, for many, the name Steinway is still synonymous with grand pianos, and why Steinway pianos are the dream of everyone who is passionate about piano music. A tour of the Steinway factory reveals how much attention to detail, passion, and experience go into every single instrument. Everything starts with the best wood. Naturally grown wood like maple, spruce, pine, bubinga, beech, and whitewood is painstakingly selected by Steinway experts and then stored for up to 2 years. Continual air circulation reduces the moisture in the wood and it can season naturally. Only after this careful drying process can the production of these fine instruments begin. The Steinway integral case, the so-called rim, is made of up to 20 layers of hard rock maple and mahogany which are glued together in a single step. In the specially developed rim-bending press, the rim acquires its characteristic shape. Afterwards, it has a rest period of, on average, 100 days, which ensures it maintains this shape for an unlimited time. The rim functions as a sound body, and because it is under tension, it has a greater ability to transfer sound. The result is an optimal sound experience in tone and volume. The philosophy of Steinway's founder, Henry E. Steinway, was to build the best piano possible. Today, a large proportion of the work that goes into the instrument is still done by hand. Thus, machines have found their way into very few areas of the factory because they're only used where they work more precisely than humans. For example, in parts production, CNC machines achieve a precision of 1/10 of a millimeter and therefore improve the quality and provide greater precision and longevity. The soundboard is also called the soul of the piano. It is one of the most important parts of the sound body, and Steinway and Sons therefore attach great importance to the selection of the wood. Strips of the finest Sitka spruce are checked precisely for color, grain, and growth rings, and then assembled. Only approximately 20% of the wood ordered can achieve this high standard. In principle, the Steinway soundboard works as a membrane. It tapers in thickness from the center to the edges to achieve maximum flexibility, more power, and tone sustain. Together with the glued ribs and bridge, this design feature creates a precision-shaped soundboard crown that ensures durability and richness of sound. Building the soundboard is one of the few secrets Steinway and Sons have kept until today. At up to 180 kilograms in weight, the bell-shaped cast iron plate is the one part of the Steinway piano that is not distinguished by its resonance. Due to the weight and high carbon content of the cast iron, it takes the tension from the strings. After the plate is processed with a drill and milling machine, the rough material is sanded by hand. Next, it is bronzed. Thereafter, it receives the famous Steinway and Sons lettering, lovingly painted by hand. Together with the raw iron plate, the soundboard is fitted into the prepared case. After this point, these parts cannot be separated, as from now on it's all about complete precision and individuality. The string line is simulated with a chord, and later the height of the bridge set. The treble strings are made from steel, and the bass strings have a round steel wire core wound with copper. As soon as the soundboard and the iron plate are mounted, the treble and bass strings are fitted. The fitting of the strings is done crosswise, which allows the bass strings to be longer without altering the case. Longer strings improve the quality of the sound and give it more volume. Approximately 7,500 individual components of the action assembly are worked on to ensure that the 88 keys, hammers, supports and strings work together optimally to give the pianist the desired touch. This requires a precise weighting of the keys, as each one must have a strictly controlled down and up weight. Here, in this department, the craftsmen also regulate the hammerheads and install the dampers to ensure a lasting and consistent tone quality. The employees' experience and precision can be found in every detail, making this one of the most time-consuming stages in the piano building process. Most pianos leave the Hamburg Steinway factory with an elegant, ebonized, highly polished finish. The polyester lacquer is applied in multiple stages to achieve a thickness of 1 mm. After 3 weeks of drying, the surface is polished down to approximately ½ mm for as long as necessary to achieve an undistorted mirror image and the characteristic gloss. With the voicing, the instrument gets its own sound character that cannot be measured, as opposed to the tuning. 4 voices work on this very important step to ensure no weaknesses occur. The voicing is carried out using a voicing needle, with which the experts can increase the elasticity of the hammerhead felt, which in turn alters the sound of the instrument. The goal is to produce an equal tone quality and character, and of course the unique Steinway sound. In the final stage, head voicer Wiebke Wunsdorf inspects each piano. Only with her approval, and after she has signed the key block, can the piano leave the factory and be enjoyed by its future owner. Steinway & Sons pianos are usually distributed by authorized dealers. Whenever possible, they like to visit Hamburg to choose their instruments personally. Well-known pianists, representatives of institutions, conservatories and concert halls also prefer to test the pianos in the Steinway factory selection room to make the right decision. In addition to the sound, the touch is also very important in order to fulfill the high demands of the musician. Because no 2 Steinways are alike, and every piano has its individual character, tone and touch, the selection is a process not to be underestimated. After all, the sound should give delight to its owner for many years to come.